Alright, hello everybody and welcome to a Minecraft Musings before work edition. This is that magical time of work while I'm getting ready, eating my breakfast, drinking my coffee, and technically my workday doesn't start until 9, but I do wake up, check my emails, check all the messages, make sure I respond to people because we work with a university that's halfway across the world, so I, I have to check and see, make sure no faculty or staff or ship crew have any issues or tech issues and stuff, so and then I take care of that. But here I am in my little twilight time. I've got all that taken care of. I've already responded to everybody and set up my day, and it only took me a few minutes, so that's nice. And then, I do have a 9 to 5, but I don't know. Anyways, I'm here. My boss wouldn't care if he knew that I was making these videos. But I think, so I had a brain blast, for those of you that used to watch Jimmy Neutron. Um, I need to start doing a stream, I think, on Sunday evenings. I'm going to knock off the dust of my Twitch account, which was kind of sad. It made me a little sad because I have like advertisements for it in my Python tutorial, and I've been noticing I've been getting a few more followers from people that would look at that, and then because I used to do coding streams, basic streams. I'm no professional cybersecurity I mean, I am a professional, but like I'm an amateur, a novice, and I make sure to say that in just about everything I do. Like, I mean, I just graduated in 2016, so, almost a decade ago. So now I'm getting in there with like a computer scientist. And even then, like, unless you're actually like studying and getting like a master's and a doctorate or, whatever, like, almost every tech job you do, you're going to start to become stagnant because the things that you're going to need to do for a job aren't going to flex all of your tech muscles, as it were. I mean, most of the time. Now, my IT team, it's pretty small, and so we do actually get to have a hand in everything. But at the same time, the majority of my focus is on support, which is fine. I love interfacing with a lot of people. Like, I can communicate with many different people at a time. Like, I think a lot of people from my generation just kind of learned how to do that. Like, between dating and, the checkered background that I used to have, nothing too bad. But, like, and in fact, by today's standards, it would have all been legal. So, anyways, and we'll get into that one day. But for now, what's more important, what's more pressing, is the white hat oath that I signed. And yes, it is not as fancy as a military oath, and it is not meant to be as fancy. It is meant to be, hey, we're teaching you how to hack people. We want some assurance that you're not going to go and do this and become one of the people that we have to hunt, basically. And my professor was a 20-year veteran of military intelligence, and that's what he did for a living. He hunted people and he made sure that they weren't out there hacking. So, um, and me too. I think we should all be proactive on this. And the reason I bring this up is because it's looking like I'm the victim of some cybercrime myself. So I finally was able to get in touch with, and this is why a lot of this stuff slips under the cracks, is because I've been so busy I haven't been able to call the electrical company here in Fort Collins and discover that whatever service I'm signed up with my credit card, by the way, so that should be a red flag too. Usually auto pays are with your bank and your debit card. So the fact that it was charging my credit card should have sent off a red flag, but I wasn't aware. I was too busy. I didn't take notice. So, and that's just me. And again, I'm not a professional. I'm not like some super wunderkind of security. Quite the opposite. I'm like the bull in a china shop. I've been called that multiple times where like if there's a flaw in a system, I'll find it just because I'm just trying to use it. I'm like the Tommy boy of tech, like and then me Tommy likey, and then end up breaking everything and then asking the creator, be like, well, maybe it should be able to handle this. Like, I am that guy that tech professionals rip their hair out. And they're like, why do people do this? Why do users do this? Yeah. So, but it's good. Ultimately, just about everything I touch, yeah, it breaks, but then it's like it strengthens it. It makes it more robust and it helps in the long run. And that's really, and we just need to understand that there's millions of me out there. That's just human nature, especially when people are too busy. So this specific attack, if it is in fact an attack, which I'm pretty sure it is now. I mean, I'm pretty sold, especially after talking with the lady yesterday, which, I contacted them. And that's how you should really initiate everything. Like, if you get an email from something, and I learned this, I had it drilled in my head. If you get an email and if it even looks remotely suspicious, you should reach out to the service or company and then initiate contact that way. And I failed to do that because I was running out of time or whatever. I just assumed close enough. because I received an email that looked similar to, I mean, it said from Fort Collins Utilities, electrical utilities, and then the reply was a no reply. So that should have sent off a red flag. Like if they didn't have a legitimate place to reply and ask questions, you know. But the cool thing is this is really easy to trace. I already locked my card. They can't run. Like the next charge was supposed to. Oh shoot! No. Well, okay, that's dang it. I'm trying to build a nether portal, and I'm trying to find lava, and that was the one lava that I found. I mean, that's okay. We'll go back. In fact, let's do that while we talk about this. Let's find some lava. I have some extra storage here. I was going to take all that blackstone back to the main proper for building materials, but we'll put all that on hold for now. The name of the game is to find lava, and we will get plenty more stuff, although I do need that. And actually, let's put that here because when hunting for lava, you really want to have blocks next to your mine pick because you want to block off any runaway lava before it burns you. So, and anyway, oof. Let's see, but I need to repair this pickaxe. Is it Unbreaking 3? Yeah, Unbreaking 3 mending efficiency. So in order to do that, I need to go harvest some stuff. What is that? Wait, whoa. Oh, here's the entrance to the railway. Okay, I was looking for that yesterday. Hello. And I need some more gold and redstone to finish the powered rails, but that's cool. So I didn't realize how far I'd fix this, because this is really a world I play when my login issues are messing up, and that's another thing. So yeah, I just need to stream on the week on Sundays and just be here for people to ask questions and help them investigate things that they think might be malicious, and then help them mitigate and protect it and fix it. That's what I swore that oath to, like to protect all American citizens and really all people. And so that was the cool thing. It was scalable, is to protect everybody from cybercrime. So even though it was implied, inferred that you protect Americans, I'm going to protect everybody. Because, and that's actually the reality of the situation too, is all the governments in the world are trying to work together to prevent cybercrime. Like I was reading, what is his name? Mark Robles, I think. He does the scammer payback. He does the glitter bombs and stuff because he realized that government people don't really pursue these scams as much, partly because their hands are tied, they're busy investigating all sorts of other things, but also partly because they don't know, they don't have the tools, which is quickly changing. I mean, I was in the first cohort at CSU for cybersecurity of many, and they were pumping out at least 2 or 3 a year because it's a 6 month program, you know, very intense, very fast paced. But I already had a degree in applied computing technology, so the programming part was easy for me. A lot of the tech part was easy for me because I already had, you know, experience setting up tech stuff. So, but anyways, my point is there are a ton of cybersecurity professionals out there, tons of people that signed the White Hat Manifesto, and so even if there's just like a small increase of people like me, there's going to be more eyes on all these problems. So back to this problem, and we'll go ahead and try to heal up my axe, or my pickaxe. Let's see, and I really should. I wonder how to get them out. Well, let's just go ahead and do that. Yeah, you leave. All of you villagers leave. Get out of here. Go on. What? You just gonna have an existential crisis on the stairs? Oh, well. There. Go. And then I'm gonna bring the sheep over here. You. Go. You. As well. Get out of here. Thank you. And you too. Get out of here. Like eventually that iron golem's gonna attack me. Gonna be like, what are you doing? Okay, you. Get out of here too. You. What are you doing? No, that's what I didn't want. Is all the sheep getting out. And that's why I have okay. Oops. There we go. So anyways, if I do this correctly, well, I'm gonna okay, and then as they're born, they give some experience. go ahead and do that some more. Nice. And luckily I still have a lot of life in this pickaxe, but okay, but yeah, this one, what was going on is it was auto charging my credit card like almost $100, and it was very sporadic too. Like, and I need to talk to my bank and block that particular charge from coming out, or get a new credit card number. That's the nuclear option, to just like, okay, whatever, we'll just completely get rid of this and start fresh. Or like if you think you have a rootkit or a virus on your computer, just wipe it. Start over, completely erase it. And that's why I like the red key USB, because I feel like some rootkits are so advanced that even if you wipe it for with the Windows wiper, I mean, if you do a factory reset with the Windows built in, I still don't know if that actually fixes it. I want to say that that doesn't guarantee that you're free from the problem. So, anyways, I'm wondering if it wouldn't be a good idea to do some spelunking, but I don't know. Because basically I gotta find lava. I'm not seeing any, like, lava sources anywhere in this giant cave. I think I'm more likely to get lost in the cave than to find lava. So I'll just do what I usually when I'm just mining. In fact, maybe that's what I should do. Stick in the soft rocks and see if I encounter. Yeah, let's do that. So that'll be the floor where it's still a solid, softer rocks. So the more sedimentary and conglomerate type rocks. And then I'll just see if I run into some lava. And now I have cobblestone like right here, so if I need to, boom, then I could just do that if lava starts flowing. And unfortunately, ideally, the best place to go is the nether to get lava, but you need lava to get to the nether for obsidian. And I guess exploring. So as you can see on my mini map here while we do this, I really haven't explored anything more than the top like third, or no, almost just the top fourth, because even this map is split up like that. But of this world, I haven't done a lot of exploring. Mostly because this is usually my backup. Like, oh no, the thing's not working, so oh yes, and this is a lot of good experience. All right. But anyways, so that's what was happening is this charge was coming out, but they were still paying money to my account. They had my account number, they had my credit card, and what they were doing is they were submitting payments, but it didn't add up. So my card was getting charged like $100, and then they would pay my bill, and then they would just pocket the extra money, I guess. I don't know. But they're about to find out that, well, I'm going to turn it into I think it's FCC actually has a place to report. I looked it up. There is a way to report cybercrime to the government, and then they'll look at it. But I'm going to try to gather as much as I can. And yeah, and and I'm not surprised. Like, just because I did a boot camp in cybersecurity does not make me invincible to cybercrime. In fact, it probably makes me more of a target because I know that, especially, I was talking with someone who she was a psychiatrist that screened people for their security clearance. Like, she would either say yay or nay, like this person is mentally fit to be trusted with this knowledge, or maybe this person is more of a risk, and they had a whole rubric and blah blah blah, or whatever. I mean, she didn't explain everything. She explained what she could, but like there's to a point, And I think actually my professor for cybersecurity was the one who really told us this part. But the Chinese government was targeting people with security clearances, and the government actually had a breach of a list of all the names of the people that had security clearances. And so, like, a foreign government had the list. They're just like, all right, let's just go down the list and let's try to hack all these people. So it became a spear phishing campaign where you're still phishing with a PH that's, you're trying to gain information or access that you're not supposed to have. It's still illegal and immoral. Um, and only you have a targeted campaign. Like, you have a name in mind. You have a person, this and that. In fact, it's kind of dark in here. Let's go ahead and do that. And so yeah, in fact, I've been the target of that just because of my new job as an IT at this study abroad school. Somebody had my phone number, and text messaged me and said, "Hey, I yeah." So that's kind of annoying. But they sent me a text and said, "Hey, this is the form," and like it was the actual old president. They found it just by open source intelligence, OSINT. Like, they looked on the website, they found, who used to be, which was funny because, I guess their information was old or outdated because they said the old president, the old CEO that hadn't been involved with the program for years. And I asked my boss or my supervisor that was training me. He's like, "Oh no, no, that's fake. Ignore that." But it's just like, okay, so already I'm seeing examples, real world examples, and if that's just what happened to me, and I'm generally paranoid. Like I have several like accounts, aliases, all this, and it's like spaghetti code just to try to follow all of my nonsense. So, which is good because like out of my confusion, I'm finding all of these things that don't add up, and it's almost impossible for something, not impossible, but it's much harder for somebody to get a better attack off on me because even I don't know what's going on. So I have to like, retrace steps and re-verify things and and I leave. Well, my favorite thing was I left dead credit cards on my PlayStation, just because they just died. Like I just didn't. I lost the password to sign in, and rather than talk to them, I just used gift cards to buy stuff. Because I didn't really buy a lot of stuff for PlayStation, so I was like, all right, in the rare chance that I want to get something, I'll just use a gift card. So when that PlayStation breach happened, they got a bunch of dead credit cards from my account, and so there you go. And and if you wanted to retrace steps, like, because now I think places are starting to keep track of which card numbers were tried. I don't know, but then you're also not supposed to store credit cards, so I'd like to think that's the thing, but probably isn't now that I say that. Should be. And I don't know, because at the end of the day, everybody wants the fraud to stop. All the governments, all the militaries, all the like official people, they want it to stop. And the way I say that is, I mentioned that hacker payback or the scammer payback. They were talking about it, and like the Indian government is trying to crack down on the fraud that's happening from their country. There's a lot of people. In fact, the majority of cybercrime comes from India and Russia. Russia, they just don't regulate their script kiddies, is what we call them. Just like bored kids that are playing around, exploring and figuring it out. And and then their actual government people are like, yes, hack America. Who cares? Like, so they're a lot less caring about that. But in India, it's just too hard because there's so many people to keep track of, and there's so much tech talent there in India because they found that that's a way to make money. So you have a bunch of call centers and tech support, but you also have people that are trained to do tech support that require high level access and allow you to do all sorts of dark, evil things. Now, maybe they didn't get a chance to train them. Don't do this. Don't steal. Or maybe they didn't think they needed to. But mm, the last video that I saw from, I'm pretty sure it's Mark Robles or something. I could look it up, but it's the guy that does the glitter bomb scammer payback. He does a ton of other stuff. He collabs with Mr. Beast. He's a big time YouTuber. But one of his last videos that I saw was where he actually infiltrated a scammer headquarters, which was actually just a small department of these telemarket or these remote tech support people in a office building in India, and the owners were unaware that this was happening. So I mean, whether they were or they weren't, now they are aware, and now they have to actually take action. Um, and yeah, and like and this was a whole team getting them. They actually, and I think they had a couple people on the inside too that volunteered to get them, scam them back, like to get them payback because everybody knows deep down that it's wrong. I mean, and don't get me wrong, like I still want to get to the point where I find a hacker or I find someone who's trying to steal, and then I try to fix why they're trying to steal. Like, are you hungry? Are you this or that? Are you not be able to make enough at your job? Like, what if we could reduce or eliminate the cost of living to where people could focus all the money that they make, or at least a much larger portion of money they make from working to having a good life? Like, if just the bare necessities were already provided, like they're just a given, like you didn't have to ever go hungry or homeless or whatever. And a big step towards that is not getting rid of alcohol, but at least giving people that healthier, safer alternative of cannabis so they don't use alcohol anymore. Because alcohol is the biggest thief. It is. I mean, just hands down. It's expensive. It's easy to overspend when you're drinking because, well, you're drinking. So, yeah. Oh, shoot. Well, this one's probably worthless. So we'll go back the other way. I hit water. We're trying to hit magma, and actually my time's almost up, but or no, I got another 10 minutes. Okay, cool. And then I gotta work. That's the thing. Got a busy day today. I've got a webinar and this and that on security, actually. But no, so this one, they were sending me email statements every time they did that, and that's kind of where they messed up. Like, because I started seeing it, and then they were overpaying my account, so like they weren't really clean about it, and so I was able to see, well, wait a minute, this is suspicious. So I called the utility company, and they said, yeah, that's not us. And then I've got my sign-in info fixed, and they need some help with their thing. And I'm almost wondering if there isn't a way to use some of Biden's Build Back Better to invest in cyber defense and fund, like, even if they just hired a team of IT people or web developers to just fix their stuff and make it more user friendly, that might be a thing. But um, yeah, because it was very confusing and complicated, and then I come to find out, no, I don't. And I did the same thing with my electric bill for a while there. It was like I couldn't get into my account. It turns out I didn't even have an account, or not a current account. And the way that they do things is like, and for someone who moves around a lot, which is why I think I need to start doing like a regular stream and just help people fix their tech issues, help them. So I got to figure out how I want to do that. So I probably want to have my face, and then maybe be playing a game or just have my face in the corner there and then be playing Minecraft or whatever. And then, people will come on, explain their situation and be like, all right, let's fix this. And so, and not just security, like IT in general, like, hey, I've been really wanting to set up multi-factor on my email, which is actually security, or hey, I've been locked out of this, or I need to do this, or, and then just helping people because I've realized how much trouble I have, and I have a degree in this stuff. Like, I can't imagine what, average everyday people. I mean, yes, like, we're all kind of technophiles now. Like, we all love tech, and everyone has experience with some cool tech or another. But at the same time, like, yeah, how many people out there are being defrauded that I can help? And then if I can inspire others to do the same, maybe we can have, and in fact, I do have a couple of friends that, um, uh, um, that want to do this sort of thing, that want to teach, that want to like help, that have the time to stream, um, and yeah. So uh, yeah, and I don't know. And then sorry, I was also just thinking, I found a flaw in the laptop donation program. I tried to like set up a couple of those laptops myself. They are kind of garbage. Like they're too old to be really valuable. So, and I was talking with one of my coworkers, and he wants to start building like little Raspberry Pis or little like project computers for I think for a similar idea. Like, ooh, it's a gigantic cavern. Let's go ahead and do this for now, but let's leave some space open. Not that I ever retrace my steps down into these tunnels, unless I mark them. And I don't see any light, so that's, I see some iron in there, which I already have. 2 stacks and some change of iron. Anyways, so I think that could be a thing. And should be a thing. There should be a team of people that just help the community, help. And then, because we do have a lot of efforts trying to fix these countries and these people to where they don't have such poverty and everything. And like, and once we get past the war and dropping bombs and all that, we're going to be able to rebuild and move forward. And that's kind of the biggest thing now. And you've got all these, I was watching some of our politicians saying, we must send more aid to Israel and Ukraine. We must. And it's just like, I get so sick of it because I mean, yeah, the aid part, cool, but we're sending weapons and bombs, and I've seen pictures of people like kissing bombs and like, oh, thank you, America, thank you. And it's like, I know the rest of the world is just like looking at us, jaw dropped, like, what are you doing? I mean, if you were to think about it in any other way, like, say it was just like a schoolyard, and 2 kids are fighting off in the corner, and one kid's like, hey, I make knives. I'm gonna go give that kid a knife. Like, what? And then, and then the kids start like, we're escalating situations and allowing things when really we need diplomacy and communication and understanding, which we're getting. Like with the intermixing of college students, like, and then they're taking that knowledge back and just the understanding that no, most Americans aren't like this. Most Americans could care less or have no idea what's going on. It's really the lawmakers. And even then, there's just got to be better ways. So, yeah, and there's my notification for my thing. So, yeah, in fact, how are we doing on this? 25 minutes? Yeah, that's okay. Oh, a geode. Okay. Yep, we're going to end it here, and then when we come back next time, I will harvest the geode. In fact, I might just come back because my inventory is full. Yeah, let's actually do that real quick. Well, this is how I signify that I found something cool. I just put a torch on the floor, and then when I come back to this particular mining area, I might be like, oh yeah, and then I'll go back there. Stuff. And geodes are pretty rare. I mean, I say that, but I remember one time I found like two right in a row. They are really rare, actually, I should say that. But I mean, right now, lava seems to be eluding us, or I guess magma, since it's inside the earth. Um, and all that to just build another portal when really if I explore the rest of this map, I'm sure I'll come across an actual ruined portal. Alright, so now, wait now, there, so I know which direction it is. So yeah, oh, notice and then go that way. So anyways, yeah, so I think that's going to be a thing because my Sundays I'm usually making these videos, making a couple of videos, and honestly I don't have a whole lot more to say now. Like these are more just videos of me playing Minecraft, so which is fine. I enjoy watching that too, but like to actually be productive and start doing something with these. Like, that's what I think we need to do. Ah, super fuel. Huh, okay, well, I got a trophy for using lava, so it's not all completely sunk, but yeah, let's actually start using, this one will be our cobblestone one. Cobblestone, boring stones, not so boring, I love diorite to build with, but like, the average things that you would find while mining. Now, and that's the stuff to take back, we'll go ahead and bring all this stuff back in. Take all of this stuff. Put all the precious stuff up here. Stuff that I'll be taking back to the other base. Or leaving. I don't know. That's the whole thing is like take the riches of the land and then take them back. That's what we did with England. That's what we did with America. Like, and now I'm doing it in a game. So it's kind of like just human nature, like not realizing that, oh, the locals need that. So the riches might not ever leave here. So I might just make an executive decision like that. Um, yeah, that should be a thing. And then I'll just keep playing games like I'm doing, keep talking about my cybersecurity projects. And then as people come in and ask questions, and as it gets bigger, that'll be my thing. That'll be the streamer thing. Like, let's just figure it out. Let's get this stuff squared away. And just be like an IT technician, for the world. And the more people that I encourage to do it, and science and technology too, that's going to be a thing. Like, so, anyways, now we're definitely getting close to that 30-minute mark. So, ta-ta for now. I'll continue to work on this problem that I have of the people. I'm going to continue to investigate it, turn it over to the authorities, like give everything that I have and figure it out and try to find the original email that I responded to because it had to have been something like that that just said this is your utilities. And then I'm going to, give that to the utility company and be like, "Hey, look out for this." And hopefully they'll just get stopped because I did track it to it's ncr.com. And when you search ncr.com, it's some third party like kind of vague like businessy site that does a lot of things that would be perfect to hide malicious activity like that. Like someone signs up with an account on them and then gets people's credit cards and then runs up like an auto charger or an auto pay. Like I'm pretty sure that's part of this website. So now I need to notify that website that their services were used in a malicious attack, stealing money from me, well, stealing credit, and then get it shut down and then shut it down for anyone else that this is happening to. and continue to pay it forward with that and do good on my white hat manifesto oath. Help people. So, anyways, ta-ta for now. I will see you in the next one. And it might be when login issues strike. It might be my realm. We'll see. Because I'm still logged out of it. I'm like half logged in. So, anyways, ta-ta for now.